Jones and Keefe here on WEEI. We've been talking Pats and Seahawks most of the day, of course, leading up to Super Bowl 60. And for more on that, joining us live from Radio Row in the Catches Law verdict seat, Johnny Avello. He is the Director of Sports Operations for DraftKings. Johnny, thanks for taking some time with us.
Hey, guys. Nice to be on. Nice warm weather here in San Francisco.
Oh,
so, yeah.
That must be good for you.
We're still not rubbing it in. I'm not doing
we're still buried in snow out here.
Fact.
Oh, my God.
Why 4.5, Johnny? Why Seahawks 4.5 in this Super Bowl?
Well, we opened this game 3.5, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, our power rating was closer to 3.5, 4 than it was to 4.5. That's number one. Number two is that we have a liability on the Patriots. We opened the Patriots 60-1 to win the Super Bowl back about 2 days after the Super Bowl ended last year. And we've taken a steady stream of money, and we're in a pretty good liability. Now, I will say we were really slow to move the odds on the Patriots. As the season went on, our ratings kind of held. They got better, but we weren't believers because of the softer schedule. And, looking back, maybe we should have moved it a little quicker, but we are now in a position where it's a liability. So going back to the open number, we opened 3.5, try to take some Seahawk money to get off of that a little bit, and we did. The problem is now that we're at 4.5, we're still taking some Seahawk money, but we're taking a bunch of Patriot money on the money line to win the game. So we're never getting off the games. Game's going to start. We're going to have a decision one way or another, and we live with it. That's what we are. We're bookmakers, and whatever happens, happens.
What about the Drake May part of this, where you got 2 weeks, obviously, after the championship game to the Super Bowl, and the shoulder injury pops up. He doesn't even practice on Friday. Now he's a full participant, but you guys are constantly looking at this and updating it. How much of the Drake May injury been a factor?
Well, when the Drake May news came out, I think we were 4.5 at that time, because I told you we opened 3.5. We were 4.5 by Monday morning, the day after, and we did not adjust the line at all. We knew that there was 2 weeks in between, and things would certainly get better for him. And the line did not move off of that 4.5. We've been at 4.5 since that Monday, so that's we're 10 days, and the total hasn't moved either. So. For us, there was no reason to make that move. We would if the bettors thought that was the case, that Drake May would not be 100% for the game, let them move it. But all indications for us is that it was a go, and he was ready to go, and he was going to be close to 100% by game time.
How'd you set the total? You just mentioned it, because these have been two strong defenses. The Patriots, especially when Milton Williams and Christian Gonzalez have been healthy and in the postseason, Seattle really all year. How'd you set it? Because it is, not a super high total in the 50s or anything, but for two great defenses, it seems a little high. How'd you set it?
Yeah, that's very true. Usually Super Bowl total is somewhere on the low end at 47.5, could be as high as 52.5. It depends on who the two teams are playing. We thought the way we looked at the game was we have a quarterback 2 years into the league. We have another quarterback who has had some success the last couple of years, but hasn't been in the real big game situations, maybe 3 games or so. And the game would be more on the conservative side. And so we set it at 46.5, but that didn't last long. We were at 45.5 quickly, and that's holding now at 45.5. Now, where is the money going? The money is actually going now on the over, and that's because the bettors have all of these guys and these props where the Jigba, is going to have a certain amount of catches. He's going to have over 100 yards. The rushing game for both teams are going to be successful, and so if that's going to happen for them on those parlays, they also believe that the total is going to go over, which is true. You can't get one probably without the other. And so we're seeing over money now, but we're still holding at the 45.5.
Obviously, Super Bowl is always going to be the most bet-on thing of the year, but how does this year's game compare to the last few years as far as bets coming in leading up to the game?
At this point, I'd say we're on track to be what we projected. We'll see, what the bets are like coming in on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the big bets, 7-figure bets, and see if those bets get to where we were last year. It is a couple of fresh teams. There's no Chiefs here. There's no Eagles here. So we do have a couple of teams that are new. And so we have different props, different guys, different mechanism totally. So I'm hoping that this will surpass last year's handle. I say that every year, and we have surpassed last year's handle because we're in new jurisdictions. And the jurisdictions that we are in, there's more users now playing on the DraftKings app. So I'm always optimistic when asked that question.
It's funny. I think I know the answer since DraftKings offers it, but we get calls about this all the time. Hey, I bet a future. Should I cash it out? Hey, should I let it ride? You guys want people to cash out, right?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you and tell you the truth is that you shouldn't be cashing out. If you have a future book on either side in this game, you should be betting the other side. Now, there's a couple of ways to do that. You can bet pregame, or you can wait and see how the game goes, and then there'll be some adjustments certainly to the line. So if you have let's say you on Seattle, or let's say on New England, you have a big futures bet and you want to get off it, maybe if New England scores first, or even if New England's going down the field on the first drive and they're on the 40-yard line of the Seahawks, the line will move from 4.5 probably to 3 at that point. And so now you can lay a better price. Now, you may not, if you wait, and you may not see it all day long. That's possible too, and sometimes you have to pass, but you don't want to pass when you got this one future ticket here. So there's different ways to get off of it. Either do it pregame or wait. My suggestion is always to wait, depending on which side you need.
Okay. Johnny Avello, the director of sports operations at DraftKings, joining us live from Radio Row in the Catches Law verdict seat. Johnny, we appreciate the time. Thanks so much.
You're welcome, guys. Good talking to you.
Thank you.
Johnny Avello from DraftKings, and I know a lot of you bet there. Plenty of places to bet. That's interesting.
Yeah.
You shouldn't cash out. And I'm telling you, that makes sense. They offer you a cash out for a reason. They want you to take it. Mm-hmm. And so there are times, and people who took out Patriots futures, I gave bad advice on this. I got the Patriots in the Super Bowl, or I have the Patriots winning the Super Bowl. And I was like, look, there's so many things that Drake May could get hurt for all we know. Between now and 3 months ago.
Yeah, let it ride.
Futures, I'm usually like, hey, cash out. I'm never really trying to cash out on something like our Bozo touchdown parlay when I got to wait one day.
Hey, I got it.
When I got to wait months and I can.
But you put that bet in for a reason.
But I can make
place.
10 times my investment. I'm usually saying cash out. He's saying, I'll be honest, don't do it.
But I do feel like I look at it sometimes with all right, what will I be more mad at? Not like which one will I be happier with. So it's like, all right, if you cash out and you get whatever it is versus then whatever you originally picked hits and you're like, oh.
Right, I bet $50 on the Pats to go to the Super Bowl, and I made, I think early on we were getting, hey, I can cash out for $300.
Yeah.
I'm like, take it.
Awesome.
That's a bird in the hand, take that
or
one.
Or you get $3,000, and you're like,
oh, damn it. Why'd I do that?
Yeah, I'm like, you're real mad about that. So,
okay.
That's good.
That's interesting, though. It's a guy who sets the lines.
Yeah.
And, he said, we opened at 3.5 because we felt like we were a little overexposed on the Patriots. We wanted people to buy Seattle, and they did. Mm-hmm. So the problem now is they're buying too much Seattle, and people are taking too much Pats money line, which, let me tell you, Johnny, you got some Jones money on the Pats money line.
Oh, it's coming
now.
in. Well, also, it's funny because these are two teams that if you go back to preseason, to his point, no Eagles, no Chiefs. If you looked at some of the early season and talking about futures bets, when people are like, hey, I feel really good about, the Bills this year. Mistake. But if you did and you whatever their number was versus what the Patriots number was versus what the Seahawks number was. So if you just have fans from those teams, right? I can't imagine a lot of people picked either one to win the Super Bowl, but all those are going to pay out, or I'm sorry, half of those are going to end up paying out. And so, these are two teams. Like we talked about that story. Jack Westover's sister made like $18,000 just picking this Super Bowl. Not even who wins it. Just like these two teams in it.
The exact matchup.
So that part is pretty good. He also said more money now coming in on the over. So the number's 45.5.
Didn't he say they moved it open 40? Did he say they moved it down, or did I mishear him? I thought he said they moved it down, and now people are taking the over. I thought is what I heard him say. Maybe I misheard him.
I still kind of think it's the under. Do you think it's gonna be a low scoring game early? Or
I said 28-17, but that is the under.
Okay,
barely.
You have So say with me. Like my prediction is I'm going 24-20 as of right now. And so I'm like, all right, that's sort of a lower scoring game. Maybe you start to see some more points in the second half. I think especially if the Patriots, who have given up so many opening drive touchdowns, and they've kind of cleaned that up. Is if they don't do that, then you're like, all right, like they might be in good shape. How's Seattle going to be able to score a ton of points on this Patriots defense? Because that's the other part of it. The Patriots have had this murderer's run of defenses. Seattle, not really. So Seattle, I think, seeing this Pats defense is going to be kind of
should be a
new challenge for them.
Yeah, look, Darnold exercised some demons because he struggled against the Rams defense this year. 6 picks in 2 games going into the NFC title game. But no, this is a Patriots defense playing at a higher level right now.
Yeah.
You can say they haven't been tested. It was Jarrett Stidham, et cetera, C.J. Stroud, even Herbert, who never plays well in the postseason. But they're playing at a higher level than the Rams defense has, that's for sure. A reminder, WEEI's big game coverage brought to you by Ketch's Law Group, the official law firm of the New England Patriots, by Jean d'Arc Credit Union. They're tackling financial literacy with New England star Marcus Jones, donating $50,000 to support financial wellness. Get details, jdcu.org. By your New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado, the official truck of Drake May, and by Shaw's and Star Market, proud to be local since 1860. What we see, I saw them doing something with Keyshawn Johnson coming up today. I know they're talking to Cam Newton. I know they're talking to Malcolm Butler. Big game coverage with Greg, Wiggy, and Ted. So keep it locked here, starting at 2. Yes?
Do have an update. Asante Samuel, thanks to a texter. Did you see this?
No.
Asante Samuel, who we had put the clock on for him last night, he's going after Tom Brady. He said, Tom Brady, you have 23 hours to respond or it's up. I'm going to bleep about who you are. He tweeted earlier today.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, less than an hour ago. Does anyone believe Brady texted Mike Vrabel by now, ... 8 hours and 30 minutes to go?
So is he's saying he did text him or he didn't text him?
I'm not sure.
I don't understand what that
Samuel,
means.
It's an update on the Asante.
But Asante's back.
Asante's back.
Asante's
so
back.
Maybe tonight we'll have some more info because he's going to...
Counting down to fry Tom Brady's ass.
He's going to fry him.
Okay.
Yep.
Robert Spillane, by the way, weighed in on Brady. He was asked about Brady saying he doesn't have a dog in the fight. You know what Spillane said?
I do.
Personally, it makes me sick.
Wow.
Man, oh, man.
He's sick to his stomach about
Well,
it.
now this is an
Not as sick as Drake May.
This is an ex-Raider.
It is an ex-Raider. But, yeah, how about that? The guy's been on the team for less than a year, and he's saying this. How about that?
Personally, it makes, and knowing him, he said it very deadpan. It wasn't much inflection there.
You'd be a little nervous about it. But no, all Brady's former teammates have basically said the same thing in a matter of speaking.
I forget who popped in and said this. Yeah, teammates. I forget who popped in and said this. It might have been Nick. Maybe it was Hart when he was in here. I can't remember. I would give proper credit if I could. But somebody was like, Vrabel's going to use the crap out of this. Tom Brady doesn't believe in you guys.
They're in their meetings. Vrabel was like, hey.
Yeah, was that you who said that earlier, Nick?
It
It was a great point, whoever said it. You better believe they're going to use the crap out of this. Personally, it makes me sick.
Personally.
Now, you just said, not as sick as Drake May.
Yeah.
Can I get this one more? I want to hear this one more time. Let's hear Drake again earlier today.
Yeah, I'm really excited. A chance to play in this game is a dream come true and what you work for all year long. Like I said, I'm not trying to lie to you guys. I'm saying I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great and looking forward to get out there. Out here today. Another week, another day of practice. Got one tomorrow and feeling pretty good.
All right, the glass half full. the glass half full
sounds like hell.
That was like 8:15 local time.
And
out
typically
there.
we hear him at like 2:05 with afternoons or like 4 o'clock with the rest of the media.
And this has happened before. I feel like even for me, like the start of the show when you're like kind of sick but not really that sick, you sound worse early, and then by the later in the day, you
it
feel
opens
a
up a
little
little bit.
I think.
I mean, just Greg sounds different at 6 a.m. than he does by 9:59.
There you go.
So I mean, it could be that.
Fingers crossed.
How about the line? I honestly didn't make enough of it the first time. Hart perked up when May said it. I'm not trying to lie to you guys when I say I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. Like he repeated that too.
Guys, for real, I am.
Yeah, no, guys, I'm not trying to lie to you. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling
like
great.
I said, I'm not trying to lie to you guys. I'm saying I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great and.
I'm not trying to lie.
I'm not trying to. I mean, I am, but I'm not trying to.
World Series.
That was early, and then by the end of the show, I was doing great.
Holy crap, that was Drake May. By Sunday, he'll sound like that.
He might.
Okay, those are some updates on the Patriots. You can jump in on all this. 617-779-7937. Kerry is on Cape Cod. Go ahead, Kerry.
Yes. How you guys doing?
Great.
So I don't know if anybody told you or you know this, but of the 5 guys that were up with Belichick and Kraft, if no one gets the 40 votes, the highest vote is going to go in. So it still could be that Belichick gets into the Hall of Fame.
So That is technically true.
I agree. So, yeah, good point, Kerry.
If no one gets to 40 votes,
However,
out of 50, the highest vote getter would go in. Yeah.
But the report was, and we believe Bill Belichick or somebody in Bill Belichick's camp released this because they're supposed to be sworn to secrecy. Obviously, that's not the case. Some voters are saying who they voted for, some aren't. They were informed, a week and a half ago
that Bill didn't get in.
That you didn't get in.
It wasn't that you got 39 votes. It was that you didn't get in was the report.
Like I said, I'm not trying to lie to you guys. I'm saying feeling great. I'm feeling great. And
Yes.
Same guy?
Was that supposed to be a Jones and Keefe yes? Is that what he was trying to do?
I'll take it. We don't get as many of those as I'd like, so
let me
we'll
hear it
take
one more time.
That counts.
Yes.
I think that's what he was trying to do.
Same thing.
You get a half point for that, Kerry.
I like it.
Okay. How about Mark in New Hampshire? What's up, Mark?
Yeah, hey guys, that was a masterclass in sports betting. That was awesome. You guys are rolling with real G's now. Like, what's up with that?
I don't know.
Are you making fun of us? What are you doing?
A little bit. Is it a compliment?
Yeah.
Not at all.
Question mark.
No, I'm complimenting you. That was tremendous. That was great. For real, for real. So on the over, here's the thing. I think this is going to turn into a track meet because I am a Patriots fan, but I believe the Seahawks are just a smidge faster. So I think there's going to be a lot of scoring. I recognize both teams have good defenses, but both teams have very fast offenses overall. And I just don't think that the Patriots can match up with the speed of the Seahawks over 4 quarters.
Okay, he says a track meet, so speed would be a
For real,
factor.
for real.
All right, so I would say the Rams we thought were like maybe the other best team in the NFC, right? So these teams played 3 times.
Yeah.
The Seahawks and Rams. The scores in those games, 21-19.
Yeah.
38-37 overtime.
They both scored in overtime, if you remember
Correct.
that game. Yep.
But still 30s anyway
Yep.
going
Yep.
into it.
Yep.
And then the playoff game was 31-27. I would count 2 out of those 3 as sort of shootouts, track meets, whatever you want to say.
Yep.
Do you
How many shootouts have the Patriots played this year?
Well, okay, that's what I was going to ask you. And do you think they're, as much as we love Drake May, do you think they're capable of a shootout win?
Oh, I think they're capable of
Okay.
it. But I don't forecast this game to be that.
I would
don't.
say shootouts,
the
second
Bills
Bills
game.
game?
Yeah.
the loss.
Yeah.
It's like, can they win a shootout? None of the playoff games obviously have been. Their defense has been smothering.
Tampa,
they've
what was the
scored points in the regular season. Like they scored 42 against Carolina, but they didn't give up any points.
What was
Tampa was
the Tampa
high
game?
20s, I think.
Is that all it was?
Final score was 28-23 against Tampa.
That felt shootout-ish, but that you're right. That doesn't rise to that level.
And
so,
then,
just the second Bills?
Yeah, they lost 35-31. That's what I feel like maybe the defense is going to have to.
So maybe to your point, they can't win that kind of. I feel like they can, but maybe they can't win that. They haven't.
Yeah, I think they can.
Yeah, let's say it that way. They can, but they haven't.
We haven't seen it.
Yeah.
And just like a lot of times, Drake made fourth quarters. It was sort of the same idea. Where like, can he?
Oh no!
Bring him back? What?
Maybe the best theory we've heard yet, Keefe, on the text line.
What?
Drake isn't sick. It's the electrical substation.
Oh my God, that's right. That's why every 49er gets hurt. These guys better get the hell out of there. Go stay somewhere else.
Oh no!
Yeah.
The electrical substation got him. It made his shoulder healthier.
I'm nervous.
But it made him sick.
I'm nervous about the whole thing.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
There could be something to that.
We'll see what kind of answers they can get on Radio Row here today. Ya got Greg. Ya got Wiggy. Ya got Ted. Cam Newton. Malcolm Butler. I think Keyshawn Johnson. So stay tuned for all.